What if the fate of a nation hung in the balance, decided by a single battle? What if the course of history took a dramatically different turn? Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing what-if scenarios in American history. Picture this. It's 1861, and the United States is torn apart by civil war. Brother against brother, state against state. As the nation grapples with the fundamental question of slavery and states' rights, on one side, we have the Union. The northern states, led by President Abraham Lincoln, in the small town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Union and Confederate forces clash in what will become the war's defining moment. This battle, combined with the fall of Vicksburg in the west, marks the beginning of the end for the Confederacy. Lee surrenders to Union General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse. Effectively ending the Civil War, the Union is preserved. Slavery is abolished, and the long, painful process of Reconstruction begins. 1863. Instead of Pickett's charge ending in disaster for the Confederates, imagine it succeeds. The Union Center breaks, morale plummets, and calls for peace grow louder. President Lincoln, facing mounting pressure in an upcoming election, is forced to negotiate, and the Army of Northern Virginia achieves a decisive victory, but with a negotiated peace. International pressure and changing economic realities mean that even a victorious Confederacy can't maintain slavery indefinitely. The United States is divided into two nations: the United States of America in the north and the Confederate States of America in the south. For 3 days, over 150,000 soldiers fight in a brutal, bloody struggle. Names like Bull Run, Antietam, and Vicksburg become etched in the national consciousness. They're fighting to preserve the United States and, increasingly, to end the institution of slavery. Without the southern states, the balance of power in Congress shifts. Policies favoring industry and westward expansion accelerate. But the loss of southern agricultural exports hits the economy hard. The absence of a united American force could dramatically alter the course of the war. In the 20th century as we know it, on the other, the Confederacy. 11 southern states that have seceded without the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments that followed the Union's victory. The path to equality becomes much longer and more difficult. The America, or Americas, we know today would be unrecognizable. Determined to maintain their way of life and the economic system built on slave labor, for long years, the country bleeds. Battles rage across farmlands and cities, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The outcome of the Civil War shaped the United States into the nation we know today. With all its triumphs and ongoing struggles, the actions of individuals, the decisions of leaders, and sometimes just plain luck can alter the course of nations and the world. But it's in the summer of 1863 that the tide truly turns, leading to ongoing tensions and possibly even further conflicts. Next time, we'll be asking, what if the Roman Empire never fell? Till next time, keep questioning, keep imagining, and keep making history. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. The dream of manifest destiny becomes a competitive race between two rival countries, the United Kingdom and France, who had sympathized with the Confederacy during the war, might forge closer ties with the new southern nation. When the smoke clears, the Union stands victorious. General Robert E. Lee's Confederate Army retreats south, never to regain its offensive capability. Fast forward to April 1865, Confederate General Robert E. But what if things had gone differently? What if, at that crucial moment in Gettysburg, the tables had turned? Let's rewind to July 3rd. This Confederate triumph sends shockwaves through the North. In this alternate timeline, the war ends not with a Union victory. So, what happens next in this fractured America? In the Confederate States, slavery remains legal, at least for now. The institution that sparked the war continues, but it's on borrowed time. Meanwhile, the United States in the North faces its own challenges. Both nations eye the Western territories. Animated map showing competing claims in the West. On the world stage, this divided America presents new opportunities and challenges for European powers. Show mock newspaper headlines. Britain recognizes Confederate states. When World War I breaks out in 1914, how would these two American nations respond? Would they find themselves on opposite sides of the conflict? Images of WWI soldiers with both US and CS flags? Perhaps the most profound and tragic consequence of a Confederate victory would be the delay of civil rights for African Americans. Show split-screen images. Civil rights march versus segregation signs. The ripple effects of this alternate history would touch every aspect of society, from politics and economics to culture and technology. As we reflect on this what-if scenario, we're reminded of the profound impact of historical events. It's a powerful reminder that history isn't predetermined. So, what do you think? How else might the world be different if the Confederacy had won? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into alternate history, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. This is History Twist, where we reimagine the past to understand our present.